Hello. Fear is an emotion, a feeling. Cowardice is an action. See, even the bravest of us has to deal with fear. It's not an absence of fear, it's a acceptance overcoming, using fear sometimes as a catapult for our progress. You've never run so fast until you were chased by a bear. You've never swam so hard until you were chased by a shark. But why make this video? Because I see a lot of cowardice. Like, if we were to think what is cowardice in the physical sense, a very simple example would be hiding behind something. Now, it doesn't matter what they're hiding from, and it doesn't matter what the thing is that they're hiding behind. I'm talking about very simple language here. The action of cowardice. Not addressing it, but instead slinking away from it, obscuring themselves, denying responsibility. People are afraid. That's natural. Cowardice is an unnatural act because, well, that's kind of an individual thing, I reckon. Maybe some people embrace cowardice. God help them. But again, why make this video? Because if we recognize what cowardice is an unhealthy action, then we can start to look to see what people are hiding behind, and if they are hiding behind it, in other words, if we pick up the rock and we see them cowering, or if we peek down the alley and we see them ducking, we know that they're being cowards. We don't deal with cowards. Cowards have no allegiance, no honor, no loyalty. They're untrustworthy. They're chaos driven. They're selfish. And fear is the mind killer. Cowards perpetuate fear. They push it up. You have to get low morale cowards out of your rank. So we need to find cowards if we're going to make any progress. Don't just worry about your enemy. Worry about the guys that are feeding your enemy and destroying your troops too. Worry about the cowards. We don't want them. We gotta either get them out of our way or snap them back to being men. And these cowards, they're hiding behind the system. They're hiding behind patriotism. They're hiding behind religion. They're even hiding behind the children. Everybody has to compromise somewhere, so it would seem. I hope to compromise on my death by turning this life over to God. That's my compromise. But there are people that think that they can't give up everything. They need to hang on to some creature comfort, some status, some popularity, some income, some line of credit, social, financial. They need to cling and bond to these old things. And their excuse for not committing to the new thing is the thing that they're hiding behind. I know that sounds very hardcore, but there's a reason that I do sound hardcore. Like, this is very uncomfortable because this is the route needed to be taken. And our enemies have made sure that we have doubted and forgotten and are reluctant of this route. They make so much comfort to alleviate the discomfort that this fear is generating nonstop. You need to find the thing that comforts you, not in a instant gratification for temporary temporal problems, but the comfort that you get from the ultimate gratification, the completion of this mission as a whole. the transcendence, the turning your will over and admitting your fault and being humble and being part of something so much greater. Stop being distant from it, embrace it, be a part of it. So people hide behind patriotism, like I said, because, well, my country will back me if my argument is wrong. Well, if your argument's wrong, fuck you. What does your allegiance matter then? It's a deficiency. And your religion, what if your religion is wrong? Well, I talk about religion, but there's a line between your individual faith and your institutional faith. If you give up your individual faith for your institutional faith, you're wrong. You're a coward. You failed on your principles. And the people that hide behind kids. This one bothers me particular. Because that kind of hypocrisy means that the kids are then overlooked twice. Then it means that the people that didn't want to get suckered and swear they'll never get suckered again, like the MAGA and the Q, are double blinded. They go, you got me once, so I can't be God again. I know for sure what's going on. And then what are they doing? They're being cowards. They're waiting for somebody else to solve this problem. Cowards are aware of the problem. That's why they're fucking hiding from it. That's what Q, MAGA, Trump, the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, what's left of government, this whole bullshit election process, that's what all that is. That you should have stopped being a coward somewhere a long time ago and started doing what was right without excuse and without reservation. But here we are. We can say that the Republicans are responsible, the Democrats are responsible, the failings in the church are responsible, the failings in law enforcement are responsible, the failings in Wall Street are responsible. But nowhere in there are you saying what your responsibility is. And you go, well, I shouldn't have to be totally responsible. I'm part of a government, society, community. Great. What is that government, society, community supposed to be comprised of if not people, the individual? And if the individual is lazy and terrified and punking out and hiding behind shit all the time, then the element that's left to take control is the governance, the faceless, anonymous form that cowards hide behind. We have turned the government from a watchtower into a bulldozer because people are hiding. Stop hiding. Okay, I'm going to switch gears here. People say, like, I'm ready for this fight. I'm in it to win it. You know, I believe in the Reich. We got to vanquish our enemies. We got whatever. Okay. Are you prepared to lose? Because what if your victory isn't had in this life? What if your victory is eternal life after this? And to get that, you have to fight a battle that cannot be won on earth. Do you guys know what happens to the losers in conflict? Somebody wrote somewhere that those that know the sweetest taste of victory never actually experienced it. The ones that know victories meaning the most never had it. The ones that died getting to it. Like, once you get it, you see it, you know it, you put your perspective on it, you put your blemish on it, and it is marred. But if you never know victory, it remains this perfect thing, this beautiful, inconceivable, majestic thing, this graceful thing that is worth dying for, that is beyond your comprehension, that is redeeming. And if you never get it but die in the process of it, well, haven't you aligned with like the purest form of whatever existence you were supposed to have? And like, that's the freebase shit right there. What am I trying to say? That Christ won. He beat them all. He saved us all. You know what it cost him? Do you know what it costs us to follow him? He told us, the world's going to hate us like the world hated him. If you find yourself in the right crew, loving life, and everything's going splendid and wonderful, then perhaps you have forgotten that there's evil in this world that we are here to address as a test to transcend to the next life, to move on from this. I see a victory, and I see a wonderful future. But I also know that there's a price to pay to get there, and I don't get to dictate the price. What do I want to say in closing? I want to say that fear is the mind killer. Fear separates us from the future and the reality and the love and God. Fear is the absence of faith. It's the creeping shadow, the darkness that lingers behind the light. Don't worship the darkness. Don't worship fear. Overcome fear. Be steadfast. Be true. Be genuine. Don't run away. Don't hide. Don't make excuses. This is hard. Life is about suffering. We are mortal. That's our gift. We will not be here forever. We have to use this is our opportunity so that we can arrive and attend and enjoy what we have permanently, everlasting. Don't hide. Don't hide who you are. God knows you. He sees you. God sees all things. Life is hard. Suck it up. You are loved, and there is something greater. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't cause others to stumble and fall. Don't betray yourself by being a coward. I've been a coward. I hated myself for it. I got the fuck over it. If you are who you were meant to be and embrace that, then you will be a shining light to people around you that need you when they need it. You will be you, and you will demonstrate. Stay strong, stay true, be brave, be confident, see your victory, know where your strength comes from. I love you all. God bless.